up in 20 minutes. Fresh out of school, really didn't have the concept of bagging. I did that twice with Snyder. They let me go, waited 6 months, went back, still couldn't pass the bagging. But they still got me on a rehire list. They keep calling me. But I moved to Las Vegas. My bagging better. I got the concept now, but we always can improve on bagging. But I moved to Las Vegas. Still no experience. So I started off with this company called Night Transportation in North Las Vegas. They worked with me. Pay wasn't that good because, like I said, no experience. But I did a year, 2 months with them. Learned a lot. My trainer, she wasn't shit. Or sorry, she wasn't nothing. But if anybody know about trainers, y'all understand what I'm talking about. She really was in it for the pay. She told me she couldn't teach me how to bag. I had to learn that on my own. But I got night driving better. I used to always go over, but I stay in the middle. If you hear a little buzzing noise, I mean, I hit the line here and there. So then after I lasted 2 weeks with her, and then they brought me back to my terminal, and I worked 2 weeks with a guy that helped teach me on bagging, which taught me a lot. But bagging come with experience. Just one day I got it. Each day different. I have some good days. I whip it on in there, and I have some bad days. Like, oh my goodness. But after I left Night, I went to this company called Off Specs, but I think they changed their name to Cool Mountain in Idaho. They was paying more. Oh, with Night, I was doing driving. Chaining, I had the chain. And then they had the straps to secure your load. So I had to do that. Then I went to, like I said, Off Specs Cool Mountain, which is refrigerator. I lasted there a month. Good company, but bad customer service. Don't get messed. The weekend, holidays, after hours, because their workers rotate the phone. Never answered. Never. I was stranded. The people held my truck hostage because they did the roadside service, but they never picked up for them to get their payment. So I had to follow them. I have 4 dead batteries. And something about my tire or something. I can't really remember. But these people held me hostage. They put the trailer in a workshop. It was a hotel right next door because they pay for your hotel. They pay for parking. But they was nice enough to let me take the tractor and park outside because I couldn't reach nobody to get them to pay for my hotel. But they paid the next day. So that happened to me twice. Bad customer service. I had a couple of bad trucks starting off. Truck kept shutting off in the middle of everywhere. That means I hit the line. You hear that noise. I'm in Oregon right now. These mountains, whew, can't go over 70. So I'm trying to stay under 65 going down these mountains. But I got paid every 2 weeks. The pay was decent. The company is decent. Just the customer service is horrible. And I brought my truck home. got a ticket. Didn't know you couldn't park within 1,000 feet of a residential area. But it's a Smith right there, so I'm thinking, you know, Smith is a business, but the park and the houses. So because of COVID, I'm still fighting that because the court's not open. I don't want to pay them $250. I'm trying to beat that. Good luck for me for that. But so after I left Cool Mountain off spec, and I had problems with my truck then, my tires. I would have got a ticket because the threads was gone, the DOT. And like I said, my truck was shutting off and it was cold. And I had to get some service. That's when they held my truck for hostage. But I made it back to the terminal. I had put in an application for Martin, the company I'm with now. So, Idaho, well, Cool Mountain, off spec, only have one terminal in Idaho. So they had took me to go get the truck service, and Martin called me. And they said, which was good because you can't abandon your truck. That's a no-no. So I was able to leave the truck at their yard. So Martin had called me and they was like, instead of going all the way back to Las Vegas, they had a terminal in Oregon. So I rented a car because I couldn't get on the airplane with the tools and I had too much stuff in my truck. So they paid for me a rental car and I drove to Oregon and I did orientation the next day. 3 days. And I'm here now. So I've been with Martin for 3 months now. Good company. What I like about Martin, they have something called guaranteed pay and weather pay. You get like $11.50 before taxes a week, but you can make more. This week I got $1,500 before taxes and I brought home 3. That's with the insurance, but I got a Christmas bonus. I think it was like $225. They do, I got shop pay, and they do stuff like weather, like if it's fog advisory, rain, or some type of weather advisory, or if it's windy and you empty or you light, they pay you up to $150. Now, I learned the hard way, they pay you $150, but you have to have some hours on your clock. If you out of hours, you're not gonna get paid. So the difference of the hours you have left when you stop is what they pay. And they pay you when you get to the shipper. You know, normally you have to wait an hour, but they pay you at the beginning $20 an hour. Except in California. California got their own rules. I've been getting $5, $10. But anywhere else, they start you off with $20 an hour. And other jobs don't have that. But for the guaranteed pay, the trick is, okay, I don't know what you call it, but how mine go, I have to be out 12 days and home 2. But you have to come off your 12 days one time. And you have to scan in your paper on time, and they have something like a reply that you did your load. A load, make sure you completed your load. I forgot what that's called, but you have to do that on time. That happened to me twice, and I only got $500, so I learned the hard way. Okay, so you say you get home Friday. They don't count that Friday, but Saturday, Sunday, and you have to be back to work that Monday. You You have to scan in all your paperwork on time. You get 10 hours, like once you deliver your load and they send in the request, you hit like one, you acknowledge it, and how many papers you scan, 1 or 2. And good company. They give you windshield fluid, they give you the gel. I end up getting the CAT scan thing because trying to get money in advance was a headache to pay for the scales. But everything else stay on point. Good job. Especially the pay. I do western states only. So far only been to, I'm going to Washington. So I've been to Washington, Oregon, Idaho, and of course, California. They have a terminal in Vegas, but it's just like a drop yard. If I need any service or anything done, I have to go to California and Jupiter, California, around up in that area to get any work done. And every month they check your truck, check your books. If you got any problems, send you to the shop. They pretty good on paying that. Give you masks every time you come, every 2 weeks, or every time you come, and give you the hand sanitizer. And they do what you call that? Driver Appreciation Day. I came in, got a nice little nightlight with tubes in it. Like a light when you go camping, and it looks something like that. Nice truck, automatic. The lane departure thing, they got a forward camera. No refrigerator, but I have because they don't want you idling, wasting gas, their truck. So in the back, I got where I can do the heat or the air. And the truck automatically turns off if you have it idling too long. So, job is good, better pay. But I'm trying to get locally, which is hard to do. But I passed the first stage of me driving tankers with Pilot, delivering fuel home every day. $1,900 a week before taxes, but you can make more. So I'm just waiting on them to call me. You know, it's New Year's, so the holiday kind of back slowed things up a little bit. Can't wait. So I went from Intermotors, which is the rail yards, to dry van, to reefer, which is the refrigerator. So now I'm gonna do tankers, but I'll be able to be home and local